welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joanna the nurse, and today I'm going to be filming an about me, that questions that pretty much people have asked me on my Instagram. So anyways, the first question you might be wondering is, why is she sitting right in front of her bed in going out clothes? The real reason is it's too cold to go downstairs, and honestly it was just nice and comfortable here. And not only that, but right after this video, I'm gonna wash off my face and I'm gonna go to sleep. So it's super convenient for me to be right there. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with question number 1. So if you weren't a nurse, what would you be? So I don't really know that because I've been a nurse for so long, not that long, but long enough to know that I can't imagine myself doing anything else. I would probably be working with children though, because I love kids and I think kids like me, and that would work out perfectly. Let's see, and I worked with a lot of kids before actually starting nursing school, so voila. And I wanted to work with kids before becoming an aesthetic nurse. Okay, where did you grow up? I grew up in Chino Hills, California. What college did you go to? For my undergrad, I went to Cal State Fullerton. For my graduate school, I went to Western University of Health Science. Okay, so I forgot what question we're on, so we're not going to do it by questions, by numbers, we're just going to do it by questions. Okay, how did you know you wanted to be an aesthetic nurse? So that's a really good question because even I don't know the answer. I love being an aesthetic nurse. I think it is my true calling. However, I did not know I wanted to be an aesthetic nurse. In nursing school, they never once mentioned aesthetic nursing. I never even really knew it was a thing. And I think in the past couple of years, it's become even more popular. So I didn't know exactly I wanted to become an aesthetic nurse, but when I became one, it worked out perfectly. Okay, how did you get into injectables? So I guess that goes into the same as aesthetic nurse. So I worked at a plastic surgery clinic, and then I became their nurse once I got my nursing license. Let's see. Okay, ethnicity. So I am Korean. See. Okay, this is a real big banger. And this is a big banger because I think I get this question all the time. It's, why don't you talk about your relationship status? So I think I've talked about this in my last video, but there are certain things in my life that I want to keep private. And there are certain things in my life too that I just don't think need to be shared, and that I would like to just keep that to myself. No one's relationship is perfect. No one has a perfect life. I would never ever say that I do. However, I think it's just sometimes people think that they know so much about my life, and they don't, because sometimes my life confuses me. So if my life confuses me, then chances are the people that think they know a lot about my life, if they're not my close friend or family member, then they probably don't. On that note, are you a single mom? No, I am not a single mom. I think it would be very hard to be a single mother, so I give 1000% props to single moms. You rock, and a happy early Mother's Day. Okay, let's see. How long did it take to establish yourself in your career? So to this day, I still don't think I am established. I am a nurse. I think that I try my hardest to make sure that my patients are as happy as they can be. It would be a lie to say my patients are always 100% happy. I don't think any nurse or doctor can say that. However, I'm still working on establishing myself. I want to grow to become a really strong injector. I'm always learning. I always pick up tricks and tips from other people, and I'm so grateful that the injection community is so supportive, and majority of us love one another. Okay, do you have a nanny? So yes, I have a nanny. She is part-time. However, I also have my mother that watches Luke while I'm at work every single day. So it is awesome, and I am very, very blessed. See, what is your horoscope sign? So actually, people that are into horoscopes, please tell me. So my birthday is on November 22nd. So for my whole life, I've always thought of myself as a Sagittarius. That's what the majority of magazines would say, like 17 magazine, Cosmopolitan. But now people are telling me that I'm a Scorpio, and people are also telling me that I'm on the cusp. So lately I've been telling people I am on the cusp of being a Scorpio and a Sagittarius. So we'll call it a Scorptarius. I am a Scorptarius. Let's see. How long was schooling for you? So to become a nurse, you need to have at least 4 years of undergrad. At least, okay, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. So my track to become a nurse, I did 4 years of undergrad. That is where I did all my prerequisites. And I also did 3 years of my RN and my master's portion. I am thinking about whether or not I want to go to school to become an NP, and that I think is going to be a whole nother video because I got a lot of nursing questions, and I do have a video on how to get into nursing school, yada yada yada. However, I guess I'll do an updated one because it's been a while. Are you going to have another baby foodie? I thought that question was really cute the way it was worded. I would love to have another baby foodie. I think Luke is the best thing about my life. I think I could never have asked for a more, in my opinion, perfect child. However, I can tell you that I would love for him to have a sibling, whether or not it be a boy or a girl. At this point, I don't really care. So I would love for Luke to have another baby. Wait, I would love for me to have another baby. Do you get tired of dressing up every day? So actually, if you see me at work, there are many, many days that I am so not dressed up. I don't have my lashes on. I have very little makeup on, and I just don't look super awesome. Sorry. Okay. However, sorry about that. However, I will say that I love dressing up. I've always loved dressing up, and I think by working at a place where I can dress up is just, I am so blessed because it's just so perfect for me because I just love dressing up. Like right now, it is like my invisible watch. It is 10 something and I put on a full face of makeup. I put on a dress. Honestly, this is embarrassing, but for this YouTube video, but I don't mind it because I love dressing up. How do you balance your life with mom, work, yada, yada, yada? And so I try my hardest to balance my life. I will be honest though, there are some days that I go to work and I work a pretty long day. I see a lot of patients every day. I come home, I see Luke, we put him to bed. However, I will tell you, after that, it's about 8 o'clock and I am exhausted. There are some days like today where I'm like, okay, let's drink lots of coffee, let's get this done. I want to share more about my life and I'm so excited to tell you guys all. So there's those days where I drink a lot of coffee. But there are also the days where I literally sit on this side of the bed and I do absolutely nothing. I usually just shop on Poshmark. Don't buy anything, but just shop and look at the same things over and over again. I go on Nordstrom, I go on like Amazon, and I just literally just lay in bed and just stay on my phone, which is kind of bad, but at the same time, I'm just so tired. So those are my days where I don't have a good balance of work and life. However, you know, my best advice is if you are struggling with balancing work and life is just, you kind of have to just do it and try to stay motivated, have a lot of supportive friends and family that are able to help you on the days that, you know, you just are tired. But it is a little bit challenging, I will be honest, but we can do it. How do you maintain your figure? Actually, I just weighed myself yesterday for the first time in a while, like 3 weeks. I can tell you I was actually I was actually shockingly surprised about how much weight I gained. I've been eating a lot of hot Cheetos and quesadillas lately, and I thought it wasn't gaining weight, but the weight scale tells me otherwise. So let me get back to you on that, on how I maintain my figure, because obviously right now I'm not. Skin issues you have. So I never really struggled with acne. I struggle with major skin dryness. Skin dryness to the point where, like, if you guys zoom in, okay, right now my skin looks okay because I put a lot of foundation on. However, if you guys zoom out, you can see that my skin does get really dry. It gets so dry to the point where it's so patchy, and I had to wear really hydrating like foundations. I had to wear really hydrating like moisturizers, things like that to get it under control. Now it's gonna be summer soon, so luckily my skin isn't as dry in the summer. However, once winter hits, it's so dry, like I can peel it off. It's terrible. So I don't have acne. I have the absolute opposite. I have just really, really dry skin. Okay. My favorite actor. So actually I got some really fun questions and I got some really deep questions. I got a lot of different questions. So I kind of just like bunched them all together. My favorite actor would, I have a lot, but it would probably be, if I had to pick one, Leonardo DiCaprio. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is so inspirational. I think he is such a talented actor, but not only that, but I love that he uses his platform to spread good and awareness into the world. There are so many people with such huge platforms and that don't use it to maximize. Let me start over. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio is my favorite actor in the world because honestly, he uses his platform for just good. That's pretty much it. He is talented. He is so handsome. I used to have a book called Love and Leo. God, I sound creepy. No, but after Titanic came out, and so I thought he was so cute back then, but now that I follow him on Instagram and that I know more about the world and everything that is going on, all the world changes that are happening, and the fact that he is using his platform to tell us and educate us is just, it speaks volume of his character. So he is my favorite actor. If you could relive any moment in your life, what would it be? It would probably, I say probably really weird. Probably. It would probably be when Luke was born, maybe. I think that was a great time in my life. But not only that, but I feel like that time period was so rushed. It was so busy with work. I actually went back to work 5 days after giving birth to Luke. So if I could relive any moment in my life, it would probably be giving birth to Luke and being able to just spend some extra time with baby Luke. How did you come up with the name Luke? So as you guys all know, Luke is a pretty popular character in Star Wars, and not only that, but Luke is also a name in the Bible. So my mom was the one that actually brought up the name Luke, and we're just like, that's perfect. And to this day, I cannot think of a more perfect fitting name for my son other than Luke. He is a Luke. I look at him and I see a Luke. So he is a Luke. It is just the most perfect name I could have thought of. Or not I could have, but my mom could have thought of for my son. Favorite perfume? That's a really good question. Sorry. Because I actually don't have one. I wish I did, and I wish I had that signature scent, but no one ever compliments me on my perfume. And I have tried, I think, every single perfume at the counter of Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus and Bloomingdale's, or a lot actually, because I don't know, maybe it's just my pheromones that no one can smell perfume on me. Like, I spray like myself like 10 times a day, and to this day, it's very rare that people compliment my scent. So if you see me, tell me I smell good, just to make me feel better, even if you smell nothing on me, or even if I smell terrible, because it will just make my day so much brighter. But yes, to this day, I do not have a favorite perfume. I'm still searching for a signature scent, aka just a scent that people compliment me on. Coffee or tea? It used to be tea. At this point, it's probably coffee. I like coffee. I drink coffee every single morning. It energizes me and it keeps me alert to make these YouTube videos. Sleep early at night. Sorry, my nose. How do you deal with negative energy? So this is a real question that can go really deep. I never really ever had to deal with negative people or negative energy in my life. I've been very blessed and I appreciate that and I acknowledge it. After being a little bit more like exposing myself, exposing my work, exposing my profession on social media, I have dealt with people that don't agree with what I do, people that just don't agree with my personality, or people just simply do not like me, and it is hurtful. So I don't know how other people do it, but I read these words and they do really hurt me sometimes, and I try not to let it hurt me because I just figure, okay, they're trolls, right? They never have a profile picture, they never have, anything associated to their account, but I'm just like, oh my God, like these are so mean, like these are mean words. I cannot understand why people do it. I can't understand why trolls go out to make people's day a little bit crappier. But I can tell you that I have never done that. I would never, ever write on someone's Instagram, write on someone's Facebook, or even like, I don't know, I don't get it. Well, where was I? I totally went off track. Anyways, how do I deal with negative energy? I try my best just to ignore it. I try my best to ignore it and think, honestly, like, they're obviously having a bad day. So, and they're trying to make me have a bad day. So, whatever. So, I'm just trying to get ready to ignore it. And I've been better about it. But it's like, why are there so many haters out there? People are weird. People are mean. Let's see. Okay. When did you get your first injectable? So I got my first injectable. I got Botox when I was 19 years old in this guy's apartment. I got it in my masseter to slim my face. And it's so funny because Botox in the masseter, it takes about a month for you to start seeing it work. However, I remember when the guy injected me, he was like, hey, your face is gonna get smaller. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I remembered leaving that day, looking in the car mirror and I swear my face got smaller. So it's just funny, like, because I always think about that and I'm like, huh, like, it's just funny. Even though he told me it doesn't work instantly, I still looked in the mirror. I was like, oh my God, my face is smaller. So I just thought that was funny. Okay, next. Okay, this is a funny one. What's the most embarrassing thing that happened with a patient? Okay, I guess this isn't really about me, but someone did ask me that, so let me tell you guys. So pretty much, one time, I was injecting a patient and she was with her boyfriend. And it's, when I inject a patient, it's just, 3 people in a room at most, or a little bit more, just depending on who the patient comes with, right? So that patient, it was her first time here. She came with her boyfriend. And so her boyfriend was sitting down, and then the patient was sitting in the exam chair, and I was sitting next to her, and I just finished injecting her. And my patients and I, we always have a good time. We always laugh, things like that. And I just remember, so we were laughing, and then I farted. And then it was kind of silent right after. And I didn't want to acknowledge it. We all heard it, but I didn't want to say anything. So my face was like hot. And I don't know if it was red, but I'm assuming it was. But I was super embarrassed. And they never acknowledged it, and I didn't either. But if you are watching this, then I'm acknowledging it now. But that's pretty much it. I didn't answer all the questions I got. However, I kind of summed it all up, but I will be doing more of these. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your super kind words. I appreciate them. As much as I dislike negative comments, the positive comments I get 100% outweigh the negative. I am so grateful for you guys taking your time to watch this. And thank you so much, and have a good night or day, depending on what time you're watching this. Weekday. Bye guys.